How about another round for Brewsday Tuesday? Here is Huck and Big Nate.
I'm not cheersing with him. He's busy. Welcome into another round of Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store. Huck has
well, I wanted to show the darker,
having some fun already.
The darker side of the seltzer war.
You know, I didn't know we were going to SeaWorld.
They're actually very good to shoot or chug.
Should have worn my poncho.
But don't do that while you're at the festival because, you know, it's a family festival.
We are a family festival. We're very proud of it.
So I'm going to change to a real beer now, but now I've had to warm up.
Yeah.
You should have been warmed up.
Well,
You also should have warned me, like...
I should have cleaned my glasses after I sprayed that seltzer all over them.
Poor Huck. He's
sprayed it all over.
He's taking some...
I gave everybody a bath.
Sorting out.
Yeah, here. Take this off.
Oh, dear.
Glasses on. Okay.
This is the spirit.
Yeah, so by the second version of every show. Yeah, we're always a little better off than we were on the first.
That's right.
So, we have a new guest.
We do indeed. And,
Brian, what's your title here? Are you?
My official title is Media Director.
There you go. Hey, we're media. Did you direct us at all?
I tried not to.
Good enough. Some media can't be directed.
Can't be directed at all.
So do you think it's going to be a great year for Floydfest and media and what have you?
This is going to be a great year. We're so excited. Like we've been saying, you know, we're one of the first festivals back, and just everybody is so ready to be together and hugs and see their Floydfest family. It's one of our favorite phrases, Floydfest family.
Well, it's always been like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when people come for their first time and they want to know what camping's like, I'm like, look, you're going to set up and you're probably going to meet people that you'll be friends with for the rest of your life. That's how it works here. You meet people around you, you get to be friends, you know them forever.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people, you know, there's a whole, you know, there's the Floydfest, there's the woodsy camping group, you know, and there's a good group in there. There's like, I've camped over there in the woods where my back was not happy, but I also camp at Delta a lot. So the Delta crowd, we're a little different, you know. We go back and forth on the buses, and we all have our own little setups down there. But we really we have like little enclaves, you know, where we'll have 4 or 5 campers together, and everybody puts tarps up, so it's like a big old campsite there.
Delta is a unique culture.
It is.
It's not for everybody, but the people it is for, they love it.
Yeah, those of us that live there, we're in for it. So.
Yeah.
So what about any changes in terms of, I think we wanted to touch maybe on the legalization of...
July 1st. Something happened?
Something happened.
I mean, we are all really excited. I mean, it's about time it's happening. I mean, you know, marijuana is going to be decriminalized and legal in Virginia. You know, it's definitely about time. It's a long time coming. Unfortunately, it's not necessarily going to be legal here at Floydfest. You still have to cross federal parkway, federal land to get here, and the federal laws, it is still illegal. So we have to definitely recommend people not break the law when coming here.
All right, so I'm thinking, you know, if you want to hike in 40 miles from the river...
There are people who will do it.
You'll be all right. But other than that, watch out. And you never know. There could be some federal agents sneaking around, you know. Those federal agents are.
You never know. You have to stay safe. Just keep yourself safe.
Yeah. Now I've got federal agents coming to my house.
That's right.
So,
come on down.
So I want to ask you something, of course. We all remember what happened last year. And killer lineup last year, killer lineup. This year, it all kind of works out. So from going through what, you know, kind of we saw play out last year to this year, how much more excited are you for everything to finally, you know, be taking place?
Well, the thing about losing the festival and just losing music in general for an entire year made us all realize how important it is. And it's not just the actual music part. I mean, we love the music part, but I mean, just as important, even more important, is just the community of it. Just to see your friends. I mean, we need to be together. We are communal creatures. And we need to come here and see each other and be together. A lot of people, this is their vacation. I mean, they plan all year for this, and they spend a lot of money to come be here, and they take the whole week off to do it. So, you know, missing out on it was just, you know, heartbreaking in so many ways. So, you know, we just appreciate it so much more, and everybody's excited. I've personally talked to people coming from all over the country, from the north, down from Florida, the Pacific Coast, and they're coming to Floydfest, and they can't wait. I mean, they've been looking forward to this for many months now.
No, I think this has the potential. I mean, I say it every year. This is going to be the best year. This is going to be the best year. Of course, last year I was wrong. Obviously due to COVID.
We really thought last year was going to be the best year. We were,
I was
100% sure last year was going to be the best year, but we are 100% sure this year's
I
going
would
to be the best year.
I would go as far as 110.
Yeah.
I think everyone's really excited. I think the time is right.
So what do you think music-wise this year? I mean, what's the high points for you? I think I heard something about a On the Rise guy. And
one of the best things about Floydfest is the On the Rise series. One of our co-founders, Chris Hodges, finds independent bands who are just literally on the rise, and he finds some of the best ones. I mean, ones that you've just not heard about, but that have such a good chance to really make it. And we bring them here, and the fans can vote. I mean, they play several times, and the fans can vote. And so the winner gets to play the main stage the next year, gets a Palooza microphone package.
Nice.
And I know personally how special it is. My band Big Daddy Love won it back in 2010, and it just changed everything for us.
Was that named after you? Or?
we inherited that name. We weren't big fans of it. we
just wondering. I mean, acquiring minds and what have you.
No, I do have to go to the bank every Monday and deposit checks made out to Big Daddy Love.
Yeah, and the tellers are like going.
And the bank
tellers, I don't get it. I don't get it.
What does he do?
Yeah, what exactly?
I just give him a wry smile, and they can be for a lot of money, and hey, I'm worth.
I was going to go the other way. I'm like, it's kind of sad since you're a musician. They're like, oh, he's not very good at it.
Yeah, no, so, I mean, it's such a special thing to win. So, I think back in 2005, we had this little no-name band, this little trio that were brothers called the Avett Brothers, and they won. And, apparently they went on to become, to do big things. And
Pretty famous.
World famous.
I heard of them.
And so...
I've seen them a couple times. Sorry, I moved to Pembroke. Shout out to Pembroke. I've seen y'all.
So we're so happy to have them back. They were the perfect fit to come back, and we got in touch with them early and said, hey, we want to come back strong for 2021. We want y'all to be the headlining band. You're the perfect fit, so
Absolutely.
We're so happy to have them back. And we just announced today, this is huge, we just announced at 4 p.m., we are going to be live streaming their show on nugs.net. It will be the first time Floydfest has ever done a live stream from the mountain. It's perfect timing. We're sold out. People can't get tickets. Everybody's used to live streaming now.
Yep.
They put on one of the best live stream shows in the country. They did one from the Charlotte Motor Speedway that had, I think, hundreds of thousands of
I watch them all the time.
It was amazing.
They got great music. How are you going to get them in past the feds, the Nugs? Sorry, Nugs. We're flying you in on a helicopter.
There's this thing called the internet.
Okay, fair enough. I'm worried about the Nugs. And the feds.
I think once you get so high.
Between them, yeah. If you get high enough.
Vertically.
There you go. If you get high enough,
federal
you'll be
airspace,
fine.
and that's an issue.
Oh,
right.
but there's nothing. We're good.
We'll have
We're in the middle of nowhere here. I think we're good. I don't know that. Don't depend on me making your decisions. I'm not the one.
Huck is not a lawyer.
I'm not the leader, okay?
I followed you for legal advice for years.
Well, good for you. I hope it worked out.
I'm really glad you're on the outside.
You're outside, so there's that. So am I. So there's that.
Yep, here we are.
So let me just mention that Piers we're going to be here again next week, like we normally do, but we may just be doing Mr. Nate's big whole show next week here.
I got a lot of time on my hands. I love it out here.
Yeah.
So why not?
So I need somebody to call his wife about noon so I can kidnap him away from the wife and kids and get him up here and we'll do the show.
I'm sure she's eager to get rid of me.
Yeah, that's probably true.
She's
My
on
wife,
summer vacation.
I told my wife I was going to be gone for a couple hours a day. She's like, see ya.
After a year of pandemic, we're all ready to get out of the house.
Get out of the house.
Oh no, she was. There was a point during because I was working from home for a bit. There was definitely a point where she said, "So when are you going back to work?
Yeah.
Like, is your job still there?" Well, yes, I'm literally working here.
Well,
but when are you going back? Is the building? Yeah, I'll go check.
Luckily, I haven't worked in years, unless when I want to, but my wife was working from home, and she had a class every day from like 9 to 10, and I get up about 9. So we finally had to put one of those green screens up so that I could get to the coffee pot in my state of undress. So
Yes.
I'm skilled at this home working thing, but I'm done with it. We're done with it now. Yeah.
Well, we're going to need you to go back to 9 to 5, so...
Not anymore. I'm like never to never.
All right.
All right?
Next Tuesday, though.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
3 to 7.
I'm actually going to be on the whole show, I think, week.
I would
next
love
week.
that.
All right, so it's going to be like the Huck show, Huck and Big Nate show, and then
Hanging
we'll
with Huck and Big Nate.
and then we're going to do Brewsday
I'll get some
Tuesday.
logos together.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. And how good it feels up here compared to the flatlands and the cities.
So
I mean,
nice.
it is 75 degrees right now, 70 degrees. It feels so
You
good.
get
Oh,
that
yeah.
nice breeze. I remember a few years back, it was Nathaniel Rateliff in the Night Sweats. That's one that like always stands out in my brain. Is kind of just the sky being open, but nobody cared.
Mm-hmm.
Like so much rain, and it was just so much fun. And there's something about that atmosphere of being in this mountain air and everything. It's just perfect.
It is perfect, yeah. I mean, the people that come here, I mean, they're used to being outside. They're used to camping. I mean, they're not afraid of
No.
typically we might have one day of rain, and everybody's ready for it, you put on your rain jacket and you're fine and drink some beer.
So Big Nate's like, did you like, Nate, Nathaniel, and the Night Sweats? And I'm like, okay, I saw him at Jazz Fest, and he's like, well, you didn't see him at Floydfest? I said, well, no, I fell asleep. So,
Hey,
I felt bad. I felt bad ever since then. But I do call it in every day on the 5 o'clock.
Every day
yeah.
he requests "Son of a Bitch" by Nathaniel.
I just sent him a text, SOB. Yeah, just
So I
yes,
I have to limit it because we'll play it too much and people will get sick of it. But it is a damn good song. And
It's a great song.
But it's almost every Tuesday it'll be
Yeah.
on there because I'm on my way to the studio and I need something to listen to while I'm driving.
and of course, Floydfest, that history of just fantastic acts. Of course, the one I'm most looking forward to this year. Saw him last time, Old Crow Medicine Show, man.
Yeah, Old Crow Medicine Show, they've been around for so long. So I lived in Boone back when they lived in Boone. And they used to play at a little place called Tweetsy Railroad. And they had this like little gig where
I was there when I was like 4.
well, yeah, and so you go into the little saloon and a band comes out and plays for 15 minutes like 7 times a day. So there was a band doing that.
I did not know that.
They were living in a house with no electricity, and they were just on the verge of getting fired from Tweetsy Railroad because they had no electricity and no running water, and they apparently smelled so bad Tweetsy had enough. It was right then when somebody saw them and wanted to put them on the Grand Ole Opry. So they played the Grand Ole Opry, and then they kind of got a record deal, and then they moved to Nashville, and so I kind of met them right then. So yeah, they were in Boone, and they were getting fired from Tweetsy and playing the Grand Ole Opry at the same time.
I think one of the guys is
That's a
from
great
where...
firing story, like
One of the best.
in
I think,
history.
I think one of the guys is from Fincastle, Buchanan area where I used to live.
Yeah. And so the newest member, Mason By, he got second place runner-up in our On the Rise series. I've known his dad, David Vai, for a long time, an award-winning bluegrass songwriter. And Mason's coming up, and Mason's in his early 20s. And we've just seen this kid just come up and become such an amazing entertainer.
And now he's playing with them?
And now he's the newest member, and he's such a good fit. So he will be doing some solo sets here, and then he'll be also playing with Old Crow Medicine Show here.
I'll have to make sure I
Double
see that.
duty.
We are just so proud of Mason. I mean, he has such an amazing career in front of him. So we're definitely cheering for Mason back.
Fair enough.
So now I got to ask you to be apolitical.
Okay.
Who are you most looking forward to?
Well, there's a couple. All right. I do have to say a couple. We are so excited about Billy Strings. Absolutely one of the hottest acts in all, not just bluegrass, but in all of music right now. He is so popular. He is selling out stadium or large theater shows and arena shows all over the country right now. He sold out 3 nights of Asheville. He is just absolutely on fire. His band's amazing, so we're so excited about having him on Thursday night. Then there's another up-and-coming band called Goose. They've quickly became, just a small bar band to one of the hottest jam bands in the country. Their musicianship, their songs, their vocals, their jams, how they listen to each other when they play, weave in and out, and the creativity, and they're able to take each other to new places each night. It's there's a lot of jam bands out there, but these guys are doing it better than anybody else is right now.
When are they playing?
I believe they're playing Friday night.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep. And then
I'll check it out.
Yep. Avett Brothers, Turquoise, with Jerry Harrison and Adrian Ballou playing Talking Heads, Remain in Light album.
Okay,
It's going to be a special one.
the Talking Heads. That's interesting conversation. You're going to learn a little bit about Big Nate on this one.
Oh, scary.
My landlords, Jeff Stewart and Laura Jansen, if you're listening, this is for you. All they've been saying since forever is they're really excited for the Talking Heads thing. And I was like, what exactly are you talking about? So I just thought they were making stuff up, but no, it is factually happening.
Yep, that is the Talking Heads thing. And Turquoise is one of the best bands. I mean, they're like an 11-piece band. They have the horns and the backup singers and all the great players. And I've known them for a long time, and to see them come up, I mean, they deserve everything they've done. I mean, the musicianship there is just top notch. I mean, it's super funky, and you just can't help but just dance. So bringing in Adrian Belew and Jerry Harrison is really special. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
That is exciting. So we've made it this far. I don't have a time on it, which is part of the great thing about Floydfest is there is
there's no time
clock.
here. It's like a casino. The sky's blue all day.
Probably should talk about some beer though.
Yeah, so I'm drinking the Devil's Backbone Love by the Sun. Apparently this can will turn colors in the sun.
If you drink enough, yes.
But no. Without that, it's got the solar thing. But unfortunately, on this clear day they promised us, we got a little bit of clouds and maybe even a sprinkle. But
A, you can't trust meteorologists, and B, if you're at Floydfest, it's going to rain.
I can't even say meteorologist. Whatever. I can't even say it. But anyway, so this is a, it's like a light beer, Pilsner kind of beer.
Peach, mango.
Pilsner, I think.
Yeah.
Color changing cans. This is beer. It's a beer. It's actually pretty good. I'd give it a 4.
4?
For a lager type beer, what the heck. Yeah, I'll give it a 4. And that's a good score for a lager.
We're going up to 5, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's
Five's the
Beer
max.
Buzz on Untapped. I'm Big Nate Danger.
Are you on Untapped?
Are you on Untapped?
Not yet.
All right.
So
I say that every year.
He's Brian, and Floydfest is going to be in the name.
That's right.
And maybe media director.
Yeah.
Go ahead and rate yours.
So I'm drinking a 16-point Imperial IPA by also Devil's Backbone. This is a really great beer. I'm super
That's one of their best beers, actually.
It really is. I'm really impressed with it. Easy 4.5 right here.
Yeah.
Devil's Backbone, they did something interesting this year. They did a hiking ambassador. So they have
Appalachian Trail.
Yep, doing the Appalachian Trail, and she's sending content and just spreading the news about the Devil's Backbone through the Appalachian Trail, and they're sponsoring it, and we just love it. I mean, get people outdoors, get people moving around, get people hiking. We're all about it. So when they told us they were doing that, I said that's a perfect fit. We want to help spread that message.
My son-in-law hiked the whole thing in 2000.
The whole thing.
Yeah, it's 2008 or so.
That's
and
impressive.
I'm a trail angel.
Yeah.
So we go out and cook food and give beer. Of course, have to be of age.
Sure.
We card everybody, and I do. And
He's got a stamp.
Yeah, I got a stamp. Got to stamp your hand. Oh, that smells bad. But it's just like the guys at the Tweets Around. But it's the same problem on that trail. But no, they're great people. When they come off the trail, they give you cooking bacon and eggs at 9 in the morning. They're just going.
They love it.
Yeah, they love it.
Oh, what a good culture.
It's a hard thing to do.
It's so hard.
And
yeah.
if you did it, go.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
All right, so I've got the first of all.
It's named after you. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, well that wasn't where I was going, but
Go
sure,
ahead.
we'll go with it. Big Nate
The Minute Man.
taking it right to the chest on this one. The 3-notched Brewing Company Minute Man IPA, 7% ABV. Sam actually had one of my favorites in the last segment, the King of Clouds Juicy IPA. That's become a go-to for me. I always love what 3-notched is doing, and Minute Man, staple in my house. You'd be hard pressed to get a higher rating for a Virginia IPA. Again, we've established Bell's is a perfect 5.
Yeah, Virginia doesn't make good beer.
This is a 4.75.
There you go. That's
All
high
right.
score.
That's saying a lot.
And that's going to do it for this edition of.
And I'll give you the shotgun mango.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got to rate that. I forgot that.
That's a 2.5 because I had a shotgun in it. Okay.
So if you didn't have the shotgun, what would it have?
A seltzer's a 3. You have to drink them to keep the weight off. Solid 3.
I forgot that existed.
Yes, it's back there somewhere behind your chair.
So that's going to do it for this
Might hit you in the head.
of Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store. Of course, be sure tune in
Next week we'll be here.
We're gonna have some fun. Floydfest on
There you go.
105.3. The Bear.